a young man, I carried my pack, and I lived the free life of a rover. From the Murray's green basin to the dusty outback, I waltzed my Matilda all over. Then in 1915, my country said, son, it's time you stop rambling, there's work to be done. So they gave me a tin hat and they gave me a gun. They marched me away to the war. And the band played Waltzing Matilda as the ship pulled away from the quay. Amidst all the cheers, flag waving and tears, we sailed off for Gallipoli. How well I remember that terrible day, how our blood stained the sand and the water, and how in that hell that they called Suvla Bay, we were butchered like lambs at the slaughter. Johnny Turk, he was waiting, he'd primed himself well. He showered us with bullets and he rained us with shells. And in 5 minutes flat he'd blown us all to hell. Nearly blew us right back to Australia. But the band played Waltzing Matilda as we stopped to bury our slain. We buried ours and the Turks buried theirs, and we started all over again. For those who were left, well, we tried to survive in that mad world of blood, death and fire. And for 10 weary weeks I kept myself alive, as around me the corpses piled higher. Then a big Turkish shell knocked me arse overhead, and when I woke up in my hospital bed and saw what it had done, oh, I wished I were dead. Never knew there were worse things than dying. No more I'll go waltzing Matilda all around the green bush far and free, to hum tent and pegs a man needs both legs. No more waltzing Matilda for me. So they gathered the crippled, the wounded, the maimed, and they shipped us back home to Australia. The armless, the legless, the blind, the insane, those proud wounded heroes of Suvla. And as our ship sailed into Circular Quay, and I looked at the place where my legs used to be, thank Christ there was nobody waiting for me to weep, to mourn and to pity. But the band played Waltzing Matilda as they carried us down the gangway. Nobody cheered, they just stood and stared and turned all their faces away. So now Every April I sit on my porch and I watch the parade pass before me, and I see my old comrades, how proudly they march, reviving old dreams of past glory. The old men march slowly, old bones stiff and sore, the tired old heroes of a forgotten war. And the young people ask, what are they marching for? And I ask myself the same question. But the band plays Waltzing Matilda, and the old men still answer the call. But as year follows year, more old men disappear. Someday no one will march there at all. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me? And their ghosts may be heard as they march by that billabong. Who'll come waltzing Matilda with me?